snapper. We're going to start with the ingredients. We're going to have a little bit of sherry. I love sherry. And then we have some garlic with some parsley, some Valencia orange zest with some lemon, some orange, not orange. This is some onion powder, some black pepper, and some lemon slice. Let's go ahead and debone this red snapper. Get it. So what we're going to do first is give you a little bit of education about selecting your fish. First, you want to make sure you select it as close to the date that you're going to make it because it's freshest that way, as well as it's really important that you are storing it correctly. So the first thing is you want to be able to touch your fish and see how it bounced back. It should do that. It should never sink in. That's a fresh fish. Look at that. It comes right back to you. And you want to smell your fish. It shouldn't be fishy just because it's fish. It should actually just make you think of the ocean. So that means it's actually really fresh. The eyes, as you can see, they're clear and they are bulging out. Whereas though if they were actually sunken in and cloudy, then that would mean that you did not have a really good fish. It would not be a fish that you want to eat. This fish looks beautiful. Hi. Yep. So then we have the gills. We'll lift that up and see how red it is in the inside. That's the way it should look. That shows you that it's a fresh fish. And then on the other side as well, fresh fish, red. If this was turning gray and mucusy, like, see how nice that is. If it was actually gray, then you want to get rid of that fish. So there's several ways to check and make sure you have a healthy fish. And now we're just going to go ahead and get started on deboning this fish. So let's take it. So this is actually a boning knife, or a deboning, shall we say. And the way that you know that you have a deboning knife is because it's flexible. It needs to be able to get around those bones. You don't want to use a regular chef knife or a kitchen knife because it's going to make it hard and it's dangerous if you're deboning. So what we're going to do is go ahead and cut in here, and I hope that we can get it as best as possible. So before we actually start the deboning process, the butcher actually left a little bit of the scales on here, so I'm just going to cut these off because we don't need them. They are hard. Oh. Yeah. Get rid of that. And you can use this for fish stock. So anything that we take out of here, we're going to use for fish stock later. Not today, just another day. And that way you can have your own instead of purchasing it from the store. How awesome is that? Make sure you have some really good kitchen shears for this. Last thing you want to do is have something that's not as sharp as you need it, and that's dangerous. But so is kitchen shears anyway. So since we're going to be leaving the heads on here, we're going to go ahead and cut the gills out. If we were going to be taking the head off, then clearly these will all be gone, so we wouldn't have to do that extra work. You see what I'm doing here? So we're just cutting right inside of there. Takes a little bit of work to get around it. Kind of like the teeth. This might freak you out a little bit if you're not used to doing this at home. There we are. Almost done. Look at that, yay! So, you see that? He's almost ready. Not really. Now we start the deboning. Let's get to the deboning. Woo! So, we are going to start here and cut around that bone. You hear it snapping? Not the fish, baby. That snap is already over. So what we're going to do, we're going to cut around the bone and see how we split the fish here. So all of this is bone. So we're going to take it out and then we're going to cut the fins off. So now what we're going to do, since we have exposed the bone, we're just going to cut it. And if you ever have a hard time finding the bone, just you have to feel when you're deboning clearly as you take your knife around. I'm just going to there you go. We're going to use that fish from fish stock, and that is deboned nicely. A couple little bones here, so we'll just cut them. And cut off the tail. Isn't that pretty? Oh wow, that's beautiful. And now we're just going to get him ready. We're going to move this stock. Off the board and rinse it off, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Hey, so what we're going to do is go ahead and get this bad boy seasoned up, stuffed with some lemon, and oh, I'm feeling real good today, you guys. So, and I love fish. It's like one of my favorite things to eat. So beautiful. So, the inside, as you can see, is absolutely beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and start with some garlic, because you know how I feel about garlic. Just going to get it nicely in there. We'll put some onion next. Just a little onion. Season it very well, because you're going to bake this baby. We're going to bake it at 425. Oh yeah, 425 it is. And Valencia orange. If you've never tried this, you better. It's something about citrus flavor I just can't get enough of. Especially with fish. It just brings out everything. It smells so great. Tastes so good. All of that good stuff. And then whoop! Almost lost it. The pepper. That is. It's a little pepper. Everything is in there all nicely. There we go. And then we have our chef knife. So what we're going to do is just put some slits in there. That's so it can breathe. Get done. Look at that. Nicely. That's going to be so pretty. So pretty. That's his best side. Snappy. Snappy's best side is the other side. So just going to put some more slits. I think we did 4, so we'll stick with 4. Yep. So since Snappy's best side is the other side, go ahead and put some lemon in there. Lemon, because lemon is awesome. Make sure you just stick it down in there real good. Oh, aromatics, aromatics. When your food is so aromatic, it just makes you happy and smile. Smile! Don't mind me, you guys. I'm feeling real good today because I have made a decision. You'll know later. I'm going to season that up. Season it up. Oh, one other thing you'll need is some olive oil. So bear with me for 2 shakes. We're going to sprinkle in some olive oil as well. So a little olive oil. Drizzle, baby, drizzle. Just a little. And just rub it in. Just rub it in. So you don't look so happy to be being stuffed with lemon and garlic. Yes, he does. I'm telling you. So, some more olive oil. We'll put that on first. On the bottom side. Yeah. There we go. Just need a little bit. Oh, we're dripping it everywhere. There we go. Sorry. Still gonna put some sherry on here too. Just did that a little different on this side. No onion. Little pepper. And Valencia again. Valencia. Lemon. Let's cut these in half since they're going to be on the bottom. And we're going to stuff these as well. And then we're also going to put some inside of the cavity. And there we have the cavity. And now we have the limity. And then we turn it back on the beautiful side. And in the oven, she goes. Look at her. Look at her though before we put her in the oven. Just look at her. Look at her closely. Please look at her closely. She's smiling. She's smiling because she's happy. She's happy to cook for you. She's smiling because she's going to be baked for 25 minutes at 425. It's going to be delicious. See you shortly. We're just going to add the wine to the bottom of our Pyrex. And we're going to let this cook in there with some goodness. Oh, look at it. Smells beautiful, looks pretty, all ready to go. We'll just add a little bit more. There we go. Off to the oven. And we have the finished product, which is the red snapper. We just placed it nicely on a bed of spinach, raw spinach. Yay, deliciousness. So this would actually feed 2 people. You have 1 fillet on this side and 1 fillet on the other. Unless you would like to just, you know, cut that in half, then we'll have options for 4 people. So, this is our finished product. Bring it in. Pure deliciousness. I would dig into this, but since this is not the finished meal, we'll just go ahead and let you marinate on it. Thank you so much. Here I am for joining my colorful kitchen. I'm Chef Star. Please subscribe, like, post, share, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, and join, subscribe, all of that good stuff. See you next week in my colorful kitchen.